Hello, everyone. Today is November 11th, 2020. It's known as Remembrance Day for the Allied countries after the end of World War II. And it's also known as an incredible day for manifesting with the 1111 double 11 portal open. And because this is the year 2020, it's also magnified again because both those twos reduce to ones. So it's 111111. This is a pretty powerful day for people to be able to use their energy to bring in what they want. And what I guess I want to start with today, I want to title this episode, Life is But a Dream. And what I want to talk about is how people know how to use conscious energy to create and manifest what they want. And some of us have an understanding of what that is, but what we don't understand, there's other people who know too. So this is something that I pulled off a Facebook page. I won't say who the account holder is. I quite like his work because I haven't asked his permission. But anyways, I'm going to say this. So he's talking about what happens about people who know how to manifest. And this is what he posted. These people are magicians. They know that humans consciously co-create reality based on what the mind believes to be true and real. So what your mind believes to be true and real. This process is amplified when instilled in the crowd consciousness. So our energy gets harvested when people plant thoughts in our mind that aren't our own, and we start acting on it because we make things happen for them. They are projecting what they want in your mind, so you build it for them. And there's a lot of people who know how to do this, both good and maybe not so well-intended people. But it's the average person who doesn't understand how this happens, and they get their energy harvested if they're not careful. And although this might sound a little dark, starting off, that's not where I intend on taking this today. I think a lot of really good things are about to happen, but we also play a role in understanding how we got things so wrong and to be able to write that. So my name is Sandy Glaze. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you find this interesting. If you are interested in more of these types of vehicles, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below, and you'll be notified when more of these videos come out. So life is but a dream. So how did we get to the situation that we're in? Is that things are just insane. And I think about all of our lives that we've been encouraged to believe in fiction. And the best examples I can think of that are Cinderella, Snow White, the animation that came out of Disney. Someone made a comment, posted a link that said Britney Spears still can't get her estate back from her father. And if anybody understands the history of Britney Spears, she was one of the Disney kids. So chances are her father was the one who sold her into the sex slavery in the first place. We know she's had a lot of problems. She's broken down various times, and I'm not picking on Britney Spears whatsoever. I couldn't imagine what she's gone through. But maybe she wants to get out of this, and by her father managing and holding money for the estate, she can't free herself. So this is how they keep her in the music industry. They take away her resources. So that got me thinking about a few of these things today. Other things that have come up, again, I talked quite a bit lately about Max Spears, and he talked about how they create animation is what somebody's using with their creative mind, and they're putting a sequence of frames together. So they're creating each frame, putting it together, but that is what's leading the minds of many people. And I'm going to say it's designed to target children because they're the most impressionable. It's also designed to target adults, and we're seeing that with the adults who are watching this, or the adults who grew up believing that Prince Charming was going to show up and that all you had to do was kiss Snow White and the poisoned apple was going to fall out of her mouth, or that Cinderella, a girl who's sweeping chimneys, is going to be whisked off her feet. And these are what give us the fairy tale expectations of what reality is. And even look at Shrek. Like when you look at the prince, and everybody thought that the prince was the knight in shining armor, and they even showed you the tooth that sparkled when he smiled. So we have to understand how we've been lied to, and we've been conditioned to fit into another narrative that kept us reduced to next to nothing. I'm even going to go as far as talk about Santa Claus. We get told that Santa Claus, the bearer of consumer gifts, is what we're supposed to be focusing on during the Christmas season. I'm not even going to go into whether that is the day Christ is born. I know there's so much controversy about this right now, and I have a lot of reasons to believe that it's not the day, that it's all just part of the programming that we've been told. But we've even been told that, hey, you outsource the toys to the North Pole so nobody can see what's going on. And we have done nothing but been fed lies, and we have done nothing but fed lies to following generations, thinking we're doing the right thing, and it's so cute. And, we have to take some responsibility and understand how we got duped in all this so that we can undo some of that with our own mental imagery. And that's what I want to talk about today, because it is a manifesting day, undoing some of this. We also talk about the Easter Bunny, Peter Cottontail, up and down the bunny trail. And we just got into a very infantile acceptance of what reality is. And I think that needs to change. So all of this was a ruse to invert our energy, to keep us playing small, to keep us emotionally immature, not knowing what was going on, not knowing how to trust ourselves. And if that's not enough, and looking at all of the fabrications that we've been told, think about even going back to the nursery rhymes. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Husha, husha, we all fall down. They knew, they conditioned us. And by repeating these nursery rhymes, I'm assuming it's a lot like NLP, that you repeat it enough that your body starts to think it's true. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, his coronavirus, and Jill came tumbling after. So even as children, we were designed to go to the bottom instead of aspiring to be our best selves. Now, some people might think this is a very oversimplified explanation, and maybe it is, but I don't think we really need to go into too much detail to understand that this was all created to keep humanity, the masses, playing small, playing silly, and spiraling ourselves downward. And when we understand this, we have the power with our mental energy to reject what we've been shown. And what I say is just reject them. And what I wrote was, I do not accept the lies we have been told. I see reality as it truly is. You say that 3 times. I do not accept the lies that we've been told. I see reality as it truly is. I do not accept the lies we've been told. I see reality as it truly is. And so it is. And when we understand how they are using the energies to create their reality and dropping us in it, we can undo that, and we can also create our own reality for ourselves. This is serious stuff. Like, you'd be surprised what's going on today. I just received notification that I'm going to say the good guys, and that's not up to me to say who they are. People have to figure that out for themselves. They're planning some pretty serious stuff, but they announced it today because it's the manifestation day. This is how important understanding the numerology, the sacred geometry, all of this is, because if we don't understand, we're playing with like blindfolds on. We're trying to play this game and find our way through the insanity. So everything is done to keep us unstable, demoralized, and confused. Everything is done to keep us from understanding our innate ability that we're supposed to be looking outside to see who's doing what with the coronavirus. The coronavirus was so well orchestrated. So like I said, with Jack and Jill, broke his crown, broke his corona. That's what the word corona means in Spanish, crown. So they understood, and I know I've mentioned before, our thymus, the higher heart, you can see the mount there in the middle of my chest. That's our higher heart. That's also the thymus, which is our immunity. It also, my understanding, was our original third eye before it went up top. So when we start coming from our heart and understanding that we have the right to live magnificent lives, we have the right to know the truth, we have the right to enjoy the true nature of reality and be able to expand on that, that's when we're going to align more so with what's possible for us. And I know there's a lot going on right now. And the election fiasco, I watch these newscasters who lie through their teeth, and they're professionals at it. There's no doubt about it. Some of them don't even blink. They just lie. And I used to think some of them didn't know. I don't believe that anymore. I think they're all in. I think they're chosen because they lack morality, and they have a way of getting ahead. Like maybe there's a vein of dishonesty that they've got running through their systems. We always talk about, or I always hear people talk about the mean kids in school, the mean girls. Well, where did they show up when they grew up? I'm probably wondering if some of them didn't show up in media and in some of the fields where they absolutely lie to the public. Like you look at the health profession right now and the liars. I'm going to call them liars because there's no doubting it right now. But Health Canada, the liars, Dr. Tam. You know, and Dr. Tam's a man, but that's another story. But everything is a lie designed to keep us confused about what is real and what is possible. So I wanted to share this with you today. I also want to talk about, I want to talk about, I was going to go a little further into the Luciferianism of the system that we have, but I want to talk about manifesting what you want to see. What do you want to see in the world? And I know I touched on this on the last video I did, but what do you want to see in the world? Do you want to know how absolutely amazing you are and how to bring on your own abilities? Do you want to know how to stand in your power and know what that feels like? Do you want to know what it means to have all your DNA turned on, to be able to access information that you no longer need a fake education system, you know, no longer need the fake media system lying to you? What is your wish that you want to have happen? So I know some of the confusion that's going on right now is going to last a little longer. There's no doubt about it. But we have a choice. I'm not affiliated with anybody that is considered part and parcel of the group who's going to be doing the arrests or anything along that line. I'm not part of that, and that's okay. I don't need to be. But as all of that starts to happen and starts to unravel, and we start seeing the truth about the corruption, there's still going to be people who are already starting to move in the right direction, move up, understand that this has all been a lie. It's all been orchestrated so that we can't see what's going on in the United States, in the election and the lies, because people are so fearful. It's all been designed that way. What happens if we say, no, I'm going to trust myself? That I don't believe there's, I don't believe we need to get tested for a virus that we don't have symptoms for. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe it. What do you believe? Some people are buying this hook, line, and sinker, and that's okay. But if you come from your compassion, you come from your love, you come from your desire to know truth above all else. What is the truth about our innate ability? What don't they want us to know about being human? And when you start wanting that so bad, that's what you put into the energy field and the consciousness field around you. There's nothing bad in us. We are divinely designed. We're made perfectly in the image of, whether it's God, Creator, we're made in that image. We have the abilities that God had been given, Jesus had been given, if that's the faith that you follow. We have these abilities in us, but aren't you a little bit curious as to what they are and what we can do with them? And I know I say this, if you're coming from a place of fear or anger, or you have unprocessed emotions, you're adding to the chaos. To make a decision today. Today's a manifesting day. I'm going to deal with my emotional concerns that I have, the emotions I can't process. I'm gonna deal with what scares me the most today. I'm going to clear out the trauma that happened 10 years ago. I don't need it anymore. I am going to release my anger towards somebody who wronged me, which maybe they did, but the anger is not helping you any. So make a commitment today and manifest it for yourself. What do you want to do? What do you want to see for the future? What do you want to let go of in the present? And know that we're in for a ride. And I have a feeling that's going to start happening even more so sooner than later. Do you want to see through the truth to the truth? Do you want to see through the lies? Ask, show me what's true. And I only suggest that you do that, but again, say in a way that I can handle it. Because if you ask for truth, you might get a truth bomb that's just too big for you. And it can be just stressful until you just ask for the truth in a way you can handle it. So I hope this helps. I'm doing a blog right now on the Luciferian agenda, and I believe the system is Luciferian and is designed that way to keep the people who know to milk the taxpayer dollars in charge. So it has to be Luciferian throughout the system, because the goal is, one, the human energy, and two, the human finances, which comes from the taxpayer. So I am going to post a blog about this as well, hopefully a little later today, so that people can start seeing through the agendas, start seeing the lies, the absolute lies throughout the system. And I don't care how high up you are. If you're in the system and you're doing nothing about it, you're part of the problem. I don't care. And, but I want people to be able to look at it and just start asking themselves the questions. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get myself back where I need to be? What do I need to do to see the truth? What do I need to do when I watch Huffington Post? Okay, this one got me going this morning. Huffington Post puts out, oh, what we can do with vibrators during COVID. So you notice everybody, all the media does not want the public the people in the public having healthy, meaningful, adult, intimate relationships. Dr. Tam wants you using a glory hole and kissing through a mask. But what does that tell you about lovemaking? So a lot of things are going to come out, and I have a feeling I'm going to do a whole series on sex abuse, sacred sexuality, so that people can see why they don't want adults having healthy, loving relationships. Because this is all part and parcel of what is going on. This is why they're harvesting children. This is why they're raping children. They're still stealing sex energy. But us seeing it for what it is, not buying into what these so-called experts are telling us, and knowing how to utilize it for ourselves, is going to be a game changer. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little nervous about saying all this to everybody. So we'll see how it goes, right? Because you're not meant to share your most intimate details with the public. You're meant to share that with your partner. That's why your relationship is supposed to be so sacred. And I'm not going to get into the mechanics of sex or things along that line, but I'm going to talk about love. I'm going to talk about why this energy is being harvested and why they don't want the average human being understanding how sex energy is life force energy and why they're hijacking it. So anyways, that's my manifestation for what I'm putting out there today, what I'd like to see going forward. I want love to be restored back into the universe, and I want us to understand what it is for ourselves. I want us to understand why healthy, loving relationships are being attacked right now. Men are being attacked, women are being attacked, children are being attacked, but why is the loving, healthy model, the family model, being attacked? What is it they don't want us to know? So that's, anyways, what I'm going to be working on manifesting for myself for now and going forward. So, and I've got the heart and the commitment to do this. And I've said this a few times already, and I'm going to say it a few more times, and then I'm going to let it go and see what happens. And then I'm going to trust in the process. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you want, share it with friends today so that you can start manifesting, because people are trying to figure out what they're supposed to do next. Pick one thing, just one thing, and say, this is what I want right now, and put it out there in the field. So as I'm doing this video, I'm getting planes bombing my house again. There's nothing new with that. So they know who we are. They know what the consciousness is. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Anyways, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You know, if we didn't know any better, people would think we're crazy. Anyways, that's here nor there. So I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, share it with family and friends. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comment box. You can email me at sandy@endinggloballoneliness.com. You can find me on Facebook under my name, and you can find me on Twitter under Ending Loneliness. So let's do this, man. We're in for a beautiful, beautiful experience if we can start understanding how to harness our energy properly. So you take good care, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.